Okay, we're going to go ahead and call our meeting to order. Hope everybody's enjoying conference so far. Thanks for coming. We're sure glad to have you all, and we got lots and lots and lots of pizza. So yeah, please feel free to help yourself, gorge yourself on pizza. So we'll be happy to have you do that. Okay.
Tomorrow we're gonna have lots and lots and lots of stuff.
Lots and lots and lots of subs tomorrow. Okay. So we're gonna start off with our minutes. This is our minutes of the last meeting. So I'm gonna let you kind of look at that for a minute or so. And then I'm gonna ask you for any additions, corrections, subtractions, anything that you think is amiss, then let me know. Otherwise, I'll entertain a motion to approve said minutes.
Hold on. Somebody taking notes?
Somebody's got to take notes. That's right. Hold on a second. Hold phones. Come out. Our secretary had a family emergency that he needed to go take care of, so he's on. Thank you, Jackie. You're amazing. Okay, so who made the motion? Kyle made the motion. Second. Elder made the second. All in favor, say aye. Opposed? Okay, motion passed. Okay. President's report. Chad and I, we attended a Zoom meeting on January 21st. Oh, by the way, we do have a new state president, and we are privileged to have our state president here with us today, Mr. Keith Allen Shurisky. So yay, congratulations, Keith Allen Shurisky. All right. He drove all the way across town so we could be here, and attend this meeting.
Also paramedic of the year.
Oh, and also, so yeah, that's right. Keith Allen Shurisky is also the reigning paramedic of the year. So congratulations on that. Okay. Conference is well in planning, is well underway. It's going to be in Rapid City this year. The pre-conference is going to be October the 26th, with regular conference being the 27th, 28th, and 29th. And they're being on the ball with that because they've already sent emails out to district officers about getting our rooms ready. We're going to be doing, in our July meeting, we're going to be doing bidding for the 2025 conference. And so that is in the works as to who's going to bid and where it's going to be at. And speaking of conference, I know it's February, but we need to be thinking about nominating somebody for being the EMT of the year or a paramedic of the year or the ambulance service of the year.
Volunteer and career.
And volunteer and what?
Volunteer and career service.
Volunteer service, career service. That's right. So if, I know it's February and we don't do this until October, but we need, if you've got somebody in mind, write up a letter of recommendation or a nomination or something like that and get it to me so that I can get it into the hands of the state president, and then with the district presidents can review that. So I kind of really would like to have somebody nominated for EMT of the year, paramedic of the year, service of the year. In the past, District 4 has done pretty well. We have the last year's EMT of the year right there. We got the reigning paramedic of the year sitting over there. President's
Instructor of the year.
instructor of the year up there. Kyle's instructor of the year. So He was President's Award last year, so District 4 has done pretty well.
And now we just need one of those services. But I'd like to see a service of the year come from this district. We've really done a good job, but like I said, each one of you guys deserve it. I mean, and you guys should be writing something to say that you deserve it. Because you guys are out there when it's in the middle of the night, in the cold, and they don't appreciate you as much as they should. You should have that little plaque on the wall that says that. So, you know, if you think your service deserves it, you should put in for it.
Right. In the past, the Freeman Ambulance Service has given out the Gary Gertz Award. They decided not to do that anymore. They're going to use their funds towards doing things around Freeman, which we can sure understand that. The April Executive Council meeting is going to be over Zoom this year. The EMT thoughts, you may notice that you didn't get an EMT thoughts. Well, we're going to be moving to a digital format. Michaela is going to talk about that here in a little bit. The association as a state, we have a little more than $100,000 in assets, and the total membership for the state association is 914 people. Conference last year was a huge success. We got some good education, and we came out pretty well financially on that. Our memberships are going to be good for 12 months from the renewal, starting January 1st of 2023, and starting July 1st of 2023, the membership dues are going to be going up to $40 a year. The decals that you can order and get on your license plates and stuff like that, AHEC is going to be handling that. So Michaela's going to talk about that here in a little bit too. We can't stress this enough. We have a partnership with SABIC, and whenever you buy anything through SABIC, the association gets part of that. So you buy something through SABIC, the association benefits. So when you have that chance to do that, buy it.
Yeah.
If you
Like
can,
Henry
buy
Sheen.
through SABIC.
Henry Sheen. Yeah, I mean, those are the ones we get money back for that. Great.
We're going to be cleaning up our EMS memorial in the state capitol fairgrounds in July. We're going to be doing that. It's February, mid-February, so a lot of us have to be recertifying by the end of March. And if you are having any difficulty getting your hours or getting your certificates or something like that, knowing what it is that you've done, I got an email address for you, certificates@emsscanning.com, and you can come see me and I can give that to you. You can also talk to our state vice president, Amy, or our state training officer who was here yesterday, Doug Glover. You can talk to either one of them, and they can help you sort through whatever it is you need to sort through to get your hours. And as I kind of mentioned before here a couple of times, that the association has partnered with AHEC, Area Health Education Center. You know, we've been partners with AHEC for several years, and it's just been wonderful. And Michaela is just an incredible lady, and she's wonderful to work with. And we've been talking to this association about that. You know, we should do this on a statewide level, partner with AHEC, because look what she's done for us, and what she's done for us, she can do for you statewide. So I'm going to let Michaela talk a little bit about AHEC and what she's been doing.
Okay, like Keith said, so kind of some of the things related to the work that we'll be doing with the association is revamping the EMT thoughts. So big thing is making it a virtual or a digital copy of it being sent out to everyone via email, but it'll also be able to be, it'll be on the website. It'll have a printable option. So if you rather see it and have it printed, it'll be printable, as well as if you would like a paper copy, we'll figure out a way to make that happen. So you'll be able to get it no matter what. And
My email's on the site, and like I said, if you guys need a paper copy, mail to you, I mean, you can contact me, I'll make sure you guys get it. 'Cause, you know, I know some people have problems with computers and that, but like I said, this is gonna save us a lot of money in the long run.
And then also with that, there will also be, so kind of, yes, kind of a little bit with that, we are updating the state EMS website. With that means it'll happen, should be happening soon. We have to meet with committees and whatnot to verify and make sure it all works out well. With that, there will be a spot on the website for any submissions for the EMT thoughts. So if there's anything that your district or all the districts are doing, your services are doing that you want to put in EMT thoughts, there'll be a form that you can just submit it and it'll go there for it. So updating the EMS website as well as one of them, and that'll be user friendly and it'll really showcase all the great things that you get as being a member of the association. I know a big talk with it is having these legislative updates that Maynard gives, having those easily accessible for you guys to see what's going on in real time as well too. So, or as he gives his updates. Another part of what we're doing is supporting the state treasurer. So with that, that's kind of helping with the membership updates on like getting that so it's as efficient as possible for her moving forward. And then also sending out the license plates when they're purchased online. So we will be doing that. Then we're also supporting the IC Society. So working with them on their quarterly meetings and getting that really to build and so you can grow with that as well too. We'll be supporting the state conferences as being a contact and kind of keeping it our contact for the sponsors and vendors so that as the conference moves around, all the information is in one spot that can be picked off really easily. And then we are also working with the advocacy committee in Maynard to really kind of put all of what he's doing into a document for you guys so you can see, or also whoever takes over, because reality is we don't live forever. So having that, but also sending out the information so you guys are knowing what's happening at the legislative level for that might affect everyone. So anything you want to add, or Keith, you want to add to that?
This is your guys' meeting. I'm here purely as a District 4 person. Unless specifically thrown
Sorry.
Well, I'm gonna give you an opportunity in a little while here
Okay.
to say some words of wisdom, but not right now, because this is our.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, great, thank you.
Yep.
Thank you, Michaela, and she's doing a wonderful job for the state, like she has been doing for us. Michaela touched on this a little bit. We do have committees now with our state organization. We have a corporate memberships committee, which Kyle is the chairman of, and that is to get corporations and involved in our association. We have a communications committee, which both Chad and I are on, in which we're trying to put out our message to the public, and that's partly through AHEC and the website and stuff like that. We have an education committee, which Doug Glover, which you saw yesterday, he's the chairman of that to try to get us educated as much as we can. And the political and advocacy committee, which Maynard Kenichi is the chairperson on, trying to make sure that our interests are represented in the state legislature. And we have the financial committee, which our state treasurer, Casey Huffman, is the chairperson of. And speaking of financial, as far as the IRS is concerned, we are one organization, even though there's a state organization and then 7 districts. We're still one organization, and because of that, we all need to fall into the IRS tax guidelines, which we are working to do. And we're also working on bonding the treasurers. Only District 4, only us are actually bonded. So only we are the
We've
ones
been
that are
ahead of the
bonded,
game for a while.
and we've been bonded for a while. So it's just those other districts which are not. So they need to kind of get on the ball with that. We're working on that. Speaking of legislative stuff, there's all kinds of different, there's several different legislative things that are going on, but the two things I want to touch on is SB 101, which is going through the process of moving ALS providers, paramedics into the office of EMS. And we had a Zoom meeting here the other day, the executive council did specifically about that.
Moving it where?
What?
Moving it where?
Into the office of EMS.
I
So,
thought that was, they were moving to the Department of Health.
Well, it is, it's the same thing.
yeah.
Department of Health under the EMS office.
Yeah. And so we've come out with the consensus to support that. And also, there's another bill about moving full-time paid EMS providers from the Class A to Class B in the retirement system. So it just kind of basically just going from the rule of 85 to the rule of 75. And I can tell you about that a little later if you have questions about that. So
I was gonna add, Wayne forgot one committee while he was doing all that. There's also the fundraising committee, which I actually chair. If anybody's interested in doing some fundraising stuff, I'll tell you what, right now, we need some help on that, just trying to figure out what we're doing. So if anybody's interested in fundraising committee, contact me. I'd love to have people on it. So sorry to butt in.
oh, that's okay. And there's also a bylaw committee that I forgot.
Oh,
too.
yes.
There's a bylaw committee which, sets policies and procedures for our organization. So that's what I have. So Chad, what do you got?
I was gonna say, you were pretty damn thorough, so honestly, I don't, I'm gonna kind of touch on that thing again, like I said. I'm a big one on you guys. You guys deserve a lot, and and I think each one of you need to be recognized. If you see somebody at your station that's doing something and you think they've gone above and beyond, make that recommendation for that EMS or EMT of the year or paramedic of the year. Or if you think there's a service that's doing really well, and you guys notice it, put in for it. Because like I said, District 4, we've done really good on people. I mean, in the last couple of years, we have taken a bunch of awards for our people, but we've never done it with our services. And I would like to see our services actually start getting that. I mean, like I said, we had so many people that actually got awards, but we don't know who to look for. And honestly, I think everybody in this room deserves an award, but like I said, unless you tell us, we're not going to know. Last few years, I haven't got any from anybody. So we've just kind of been going through and doing it, looking for the people that are out there. So like I said, we'd like to hear from you guys.
Anything else, Chad?
Actually, you covered everything. So
Okay. Well, I try to be thorough, so.
you are very.
All right, treasurer's report, Jackie.
Kayla has it now.
Before you guys, if any of you guys have any EMT classes or anything like that going on, try and let us know so we can actually report
Appreciate
that.
that.
So we can get that on the state website. So we're aware of it. Really.
Okay, do you have the other one first? Yep, it's just up there. You can just click it. Okay. Okay. Okay, so this is the white paper is the first one, is the first quarter. That was from October, November, December of 22. You notice we had little things going on. We had state training. On the second page tells you where the checks went. At the bottom, we had the officers for mileage and hotel for the state conference. And then we had a $500 deposit to PC, which I'm hoping to get that back. So at the end of quarter one, we had $9,006.07. And if you go to the blue one, there has really been no change yet because nothing has happened until after the conference now. It's the same thing. We have $9,006.07. There's been actually no activity since then, but we will, once we have the conferences with the bills and those things. Are there any questions? Thank you. And if there is ever any question, please feel free to contact me. I have my books to come and look at. I'm very wide open. It's sure to share if you have any questions ever. Even if you get home and say, hey, what the heck was that? Give me a call, text me. We'll work it out. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Now, like Jackie said, District 4 is an open book. So if you ever have any questions about anything, you can contact any of your district officers and we'll be happy to answer the best, questions as best we can. Training officer, oh, do we need a motion? We need a motion. So say that again.
Yes, please.
We do need a motion to approve treasurer's report. So moved. Very so moved. Second is by who? All in favor, say aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Training officer.
All right, so a couple of quick things. First, I want to introduce some of our students that we have in the room. We have an EMR class going right now, and then later here in about an hour, one of the EMT students that I had is going to be here as well. So if you guys just want to kind of stand up and wave, a couple of you are in here. These two guys are in it. Stacy's in it, and then Dale also, and Wayne is also in it from down in Arlington. So we just finished that up. Just going to finish up the practicals and they'll be ready to test. The cool thing about this class was we did a lot of it virtually and we got into some areas that we are lacking in trained EMS people up in this area. So Hosmer and Roscoe both stepped up with about 7 or 8 people. So we closed the gap over there, which we've been having. Southern Brown County as well. The Warner area, we're gonna have 10 or 12 people that have gone through the EMR class in that community. So we've closed up some gaps, which is good. The last thing that I want to talk, obviously the refresher. I think it's going good. We appreciate you guys being here. And one other training opportunity that I want to bring up to you guys is the Northeast District Firefighters Association fire school. Kind of hard to see on here, but I'll zip through it real quick. There's going to be EMS hours available for this day. This is March 25th, 2023 at the Aberdeen Civic Arena complex. I think we'll probably meet in the Civic Arena that morning, and then you will head to the classes. So the first course, I'm just going to zip through them here real quick, is we have Controlling the Chaos. That's going to kind of be more of a fire-based class. That's going to talk about strategies and tactics for those first few minutes on a fire scene. We have SCBA Confidence course, again, a little bit more fire-based. Strategies and tactics for rural and suburban departments. That's a spinoff of the strategies and tactics course that the National Fire Academy puts out. Then we have an electric vehicle awareness course. That one's open to anybody. That would be EMS or fire would probably benefit from that one. So mark your calendars for that one. EMS Incident Command. It's not this one that I did today. It's a different one. So that's a 3-hour session. There's going to be some activities involved in that, some scenario-based stuff involved in that. The framework's going to be similar, but there's going to be some more hands-on into that. Basic ropes class that Mr. Sharisky's teaching. Report writing, that's more fire-based reports. And then a fire service and EMS roundtable in the afternoon. So lunch is provided with your registration cost. It's $30 to get into this. Most often, if you're associated with any sort of an agency, they'll reimburse that. It's training. It's not required to pre-register, but it'd be a good idea to pre-register if you want to get into one of those classes that has a cap on it. And then the district training officers' phone numbers, or the district officers' phone numbers are down there along with mine. So we've seen anywhere from 70 to 80 people at these district schools in recent years. And I think having it in Aberdeen, we're gonna see over 100, 120 people. So if you can make it and you're interested, please get signed up. You can go to the South Dakota Firefighters Association website and sign up on there, or you can contact any one of these district officers other than myself, because I'll just say contact one of the district officers. So, anybody got any questions on that at all? Last thing, how you're gonna get credit for your classes here today. BLS people, you'll get inputted into the EMS portal. Your classes will be in there just like they always are. ALS people, you either get emailed or handed a certificate at the end of this thing. And then you go ahead and take that cert and you fill out your application for the Board of Medical and Osteopathic folks, and then send that in how you normally would do that. We do not recertify for people. We do not send that in for people. That's on you. We log your hours and then you take it from there. If you have questions about recerting, we can help you, but we can't really do it for you. So, anybody on that? Questions on that? Okay. All I got.
All right, thank you, Keith. All right. Okay, old business. Do we have any old business that we need to talk about? For your information, we did have district officer elections at conference, and Chuck was reelected as the district secretary, and I was reelected as the district president. So, sorry about that. Any old business anybody can think of that we need to talk about? Okay. New business. We do need a motion to approve the expenses of the district for this conference. And I'm not going to go into all of them. If you want to know what the district expenses are, you know, pull Jackie aside, pull me aside, I'll explain it to you. But for right now, we need a motion to approve the district expenses. Okay. Okay. Second. Terry seconded. Okay. All in favor, say aye. Any opposed? Okay, good. Any other new business that we need to talk about?
$5 of your registration goes towards AHEP. And right now we're at about $300. And I would like to I move that we pay them $500 instead of the free. Just give a little extra money for all that Michaela does and for the help. So I will make that.
Okay. Okay, and Kyle makes the second on that. So any further discussion on any of that? Any questions about any of that?
The state EMS does, they have a paid contract with them. We just have a nice friendliness. We don't pay them anything, they just help us out. So this is where the kind of donation comes in.
Okay.
Oh,
Any other questions about any of that? If so, if not, all in favor, say aye. Oppose? Okay. Any other new business that we need to talk about? Okay. If you've enjoyed the pizza and the Sloppy Joes and all that kind of stuff, you know, then Terry is the guy to thank, and Chad's the guy to thank. So talk to them.
Terry did a really good job. Everything we got was free, and it's because he just, like I said, the last few years I've been getting stuff for free. I've never got Ken's to give us stuff for free, and somehow this man managed to get that to happen. So I'll tell you what, he did a great job and that. But those, like I said, Jimmy John's tomorrow, come hungry, because you probably figured out we got more food than we actually needed. There was kind of a difference in the numbers. I think we added some of our online people into the.
I gave you a different number.
Well, I'd rather have more than less. So, and there's plenty more pizza out there, there's plenty more food out there. So, gorge, take some home with you. So,
Because I just have one thing, is those businesses, they've done this, they've given us breaks, they've donated for like the last 4 or 5 years. Kind of doing these refreshers the way we've been doing them, and support those businesses, thank those businesses, because Ken's for one has always given us a break. It's nice that we're very fortunate that they did the donation this year. Support those businesses that support us.
Right. I
Ken's
mean,
always been one that anytime we've ever needed anything, they
absolutely.
for us.
And Domino's, for as long as I've been here, Domino's has always given us this stuff for free. Yeah, right, so.
Yep, so, stop in there, just mention, say hi to them, and say thanks for donating, we sure appreciate it, and I know you guys do too, so. Any other new business that we need to talk about? All right. If you know of any deaths in our district, anybody who's been an EMT or an EMR or some sort of like that, then give that information to me so I can pass it along to our state secretary so that we can honor them, at conference. Okay, so does anybody have anything they want to talk about? Anything else that anybody wants to talk about? Okay, well, we're here, your district officers are here, if you have any suggestions on how to improve our conference, maybe there's some snacks out there that you'd like to see that are not out there, or something like that, then talk to us, pull us aside, and we'll do what we can for you, okay? If nobody else has anything that we want to talk about, then we'll entertain a motion to adjourn. Oh, people want to keep going. Okay, great. Okay. Okay. All in favor, say aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Meeting is adjourned.
We're gonna raise the rate.